All right, we got this little Kawasaki 650 engine. We're going to try to tear this thing apart and get it completely reassembled. I need to get the flywheel off and a few other things. We're going to get some things lightened and all that. So let's get this thing tore apart. Well, we got the engine almost apart, but the jug is seized up on here, so I've sprayed it with some PB Blaster. We're gonna let it sit, and hopefully we can get it broke loose tomorrow. So. Trying to decide if I'm gonna need to put a different crank in here, which at that point, geez, be a little more invested in this little motor than I really want to. We'll just have to see. So my dumb butt has broke off a couple of those, just trying to knock it off of there like I normally do, and it won't come off. So I've come up with a little thing I'm gonna try to make. Essentially, it's gonna go like this. Like this, and that'll fit in there, and hopefully I'm gonna weld a nut to that as well, and I can bring it off at that point. So get everything rigged up, about to lay this down and start welding on it. Well, I'm happy to say with a little bit of wheel, a little bit of way, and a little bit of welding, I was able to get this broke loose. With this little rigged up hickey-ma-do, probably been better if I had a solid piece of metal, but you can see it bent while I was doing it, but it worked. Welded on that. I was able to get in there in between these two, and I'm talking about. Unfortunately, I had to order a new one of these, which they're not too expensive, but. All right, now we can proceed to tearing the engine all the way back apart. All right, we got the engine split apart now. I've been cleaning, getting all the old gasket stuff off. I still got to kind of clean and get a lot of the old grease and grease, oil, whatever stuff out of here. And then I'm gonna pull the seals off, clean this up real good, put new seals on it, stab it back in there. So let's carry on. All right, well, I was in the middle of doing the rebuild, and the crank is gonna have to be replaced. You can listen to this one, nice and quiet. Now this one. Sad day, sad day. Well, as y'all saw, had a little catastrophic issue with the crank, so I went and got with SBT and got us a new crank. So there it is, and I got a new one of those since I decided to destroy this one. So we'll get this thing put together. Stick this on there. Intake's opposite from the exhaust.
I saw some corrosion.
Alright, we got our WSM crank seals. Alright, so this is what I use. I'm gonna put in there, so you don't have to have that. As long as it's like waterproof, you should be good. Alright, so I went to put the crank seals on and didn't really notice it, but this side was smaller than this side. But when I pulled my crank, the original crank out, there was something on here and it was stuck on there, like stuck right here. So I had to stick it in my vise with little rubber grips, and I finally got it broke loose. But yeah, that's supposed to slide over there, and then you can put the crank seal over this part. But I didn't see it because, like I said, it was just stuck on there and it wasn't coming off. So I guess it's a good thing I started assembling this before I sent the other crank back. So there we go. That one's in. Right there. So we got that. Now we got to put all these in there. Okay. Easy. A little more. Right. All right, now we got all those torqued down. We can turn it over and start on the top side. Gotta be perfect, or it ain't gonna go. In or out. Okay, down in there. Ugh, this is the fun part, trying to do this by yourself. Alright, got that one going in there. We just gotta get this one lined up. Same way I just did the other one. This is not the easiest. Come on, baby. You know you want it. I think I got it in there. Okay. All right, let's get this back up here. And I've got this used head right here that I painted up, and I'll show y'all a little video of that, or already did. But I don't really know what compression I'm gonna get with this. All right, so this goes on the exhaust side. Yep. All right, so we got the stator put in here, got this screwed in, the stator lined up where it's supposed to be. Put this in here. That's in there. We'll line this up on that. All right, I think that's perfectly in line. Let me double check. Yep, it's on there. All right, we're getting pretty wrapped up on the engine, so I'm gonna go ahead and get the reeds put in here and get this intake bolted up, and then I'll do the exhaust side. And it's pretty soon I need to go ahead and do a compression test just to see what compression I'm getting out of this new head, and that'll determine if I need to go get it shaved or decked a little more and all that. So all right, well, we did open this up originally. I'll put a link to that video over here where we opened this up and put the Mikuni 44. And I was going to install the intake onto the new reed cages and all that. And I kind of noticed there's like a pretty sharp lip, mostly almost all the way around. So I'm just going to take the Dremel and I'm going to kind of smooth up that lip. Get this area cleaned off, stick it back on there. Originally, whenever I'd done this, I had that little brass fitting that was right there. I had just had a little rubber cap and capped it and all that, but it looked like it had a little nick on it, probably from just moving around and everything. So went ahead and broke it all the way off, cleaned it up real good, and then I've put some JB Weld on here. So we'll let that set and get hard, and then we'll stick it on there. And at that point, I should be able to try to do a compression test. Aside from the exhaust manifold being put on, the engine was done. I ended up doing a compression test, and I was just getting too high compression. So I'm gonna have to just sell this to someone else. So this head's coming off, and I've been painting on the other one. Right here's the other one, as you can see. Just about got it done to put it on. I went ahead and drilled a hole to and tapped and everything for the dual cooling. So been cleaning the manifold, getting it the threads cleaned out good and all that, so I can put it together. And you can see where I had to do for the dual cooling and all that. All right, we're done with the engine, got it all put together and everything. So now it's pretty much just putting it in the ski and getting everything aligned and all that. But that'll be on the next video. Obviously this one's pretty long, so glad you stuck around for the whole video. Sorry I didn't really get any beauty shots of the engine completely together and all that, but you'll see it soon enough with the next video. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.